Okay, greetings. Here to do the chat questions. All right, here we go. Blessings. Greetings. I am Yeshua. So when you are ready, you'll be happy to connect.
Hi, Yeshua.
Yes,
Welcome. So the first one is from, I believe it's either Maggie or Maggie 111. Any messages from my guides, grandmother Justina, or higher self?
Well, yes, you are being healed by all of them. They are all assisting your ascension at this time. They do say you will be connecting to your past lives, knowing more about yourself, your galactic self, all selves in the coming years. It's not all going to happen at once. Also, you will feel your angel aspects that are assisting others and also you at this time. Yes, angel energy around you is very strong. And you can always connect to it. Blessings.
Okay. Second question, will I ever awaken?
I believe you are awakened right now. You're just not fully understanding it. Give yourself time.
Okay. Next is Moses. Can you tell me the names of all my guides, please?
One moment. Yes, there's a male by the name of Simon. There's another male by the name of Theodore. He is very Roman, very biblical. And a female by the name of it's a female, Alexandria. She is, actually another aspect of you, but a female version assisting you at this time. That's all I have for you at this time. Blessings.
Okay, second question from Moses.
Yes. I am not hearing anything.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, the second question from Moses. Any important messages for me?
Yes, there's a change coming in. You are letting go of the reptilian energies that have plagued you throughout your lifetimes. Also, your guides. Interesting. Say you have a connection with Christopher Columbus. During his voyage, I believe you had an incarnation on that voyage. That is all at this time.
Okay, next is Daria. Any messages from you to me tonight?
Of course. You are going through a great healing process at this time. You have a connection to this sun, this star, as you were once a being that lived in the sun, assisted the sun, as many beings tried to manipulate it, and you were there to unmanipulate their manipulations. And at this time, you are regaining that knowledge. Yes, a lot of archon energies. The archons do hide behind the sun. And you have a strong relationship with them. As for clearing out their energies of negativity. And they do work with the sun to cause a timeline havoc here on this world. And you have known that for some time. So your place is within the sun, understand at a higher density. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Daria. Any other messages that would be fun to hear?
One moment. Yes, you've had lifetimes as a very wealthy woman on this world. Many lifetimes. And I believe you realize that then brought you no happiness at all. That's to say that, so that's another reason why your incarnation is as it is right now, is to cherish the little things. And yes, your connection with your mother is to heal that because you were once her mother. And so I would not say it's payback, but it is you're both learning from each other. Both of you were wealthy friends at one time and learned nothing. Well, you learned, but not the lessons that you intended to learn. So here you are making sure you both learn your lessons here. So this is why you have a strong connection here at this time. Maybe not the best relationship, but you are assisting each other more than you realize. Blessings.
Okay, next is Marianne 9999. Any messages for me?
Yes, you have a strong connection with the Syrian races. Yes, they've had many worlds that are similar to this one. And you brought your knowledge from those worlds to this earth to assist it. Even if you might not feel that you are working in the higher realms, clearing out the negativity here, I see. You're also forgiving yourself. A lot of times we did not forgive yourself. I believe if you're not, I see it, you are forgiving yourself. For past mistakes. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Marianne. What is my connection with Saint Germain?
I believe you're a female and you had a relationship with him. A long one. But I believe it was very secretive from what I'm gathering. It was I see secretive energies around that. So I don't believe that many knew about it. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Wanda 1-1. What are the names of the primary archangels that are working with me now?
Archangel Lucifer, or Lucifer, if you want to call him that. One moment. The Seraphim energy angels are around you. And Raphael is around you at this time. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Wanda. Do I have any hybrid children and which type?
Yael, I believe 2. I believe they're males. And also a feline. I am receiving the name Nabu from the feline. It's a blue feline. I believe from Sirius. Yes. And also we have Martian hybrid children. I believe 3. And they're all male. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Diana the Brave. First question. May I find out my galactic DNA makeup?
Yes, 4% Yael, 10% Pleiadian, 5% Draconian, reptilian, 2% Arturian, 1% Syrian. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Diana. I sense that I have wings that snap out from my spine and reach down to the ground. They are mostly white, except the bottom foot or 2 is black, as if I've been dragging them through coal dust. Could you help me get some perspective on this? Thank you and much love.
There's different ways of looking at this, such as you're seeing, you're connecting to your angel aspect. And the black is your lessons that have not been learned yet. And when they are learned, I believe you will no longer be dragging. So basically, from what I'm seeing, it's yourself telling that you're dragging on the lessons that you are learning. But I will not say it's the end of the world. You are still learning. And sometimes you're hard on yourself. That is why it looks like that. If you feel more that you are on track, it will not look like that anymore. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Angie S. First question, do I have any messages from my higher self?
Yes, there's many childlike angels around you at this time, as you were a teacher and still are a teacher of the angelic realm as a angelic teacher. Your students are still around you. That is all I have at this time. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Angie. Who were the beings that would visit me as a child? I called them the Naked Family.
I believe those were Pleiadians. Yes, those were Pleiadians. They have a good sense of humor. Yes. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Joyce S. Do I have any messages from my higher self?
One moment. Yes, this is not going to be the easiest year for you. But also it's a year of expansion. Also to see much money coming into your life. At least that's what they say. It's up to you if it will come or not. Also, they want to say you have a lot of connections with insectoids. As for how you feel about them in this reality is up to you. But you do have a long connection with them. Blessings.
Okay, the second question for Joyce. Will 2017 be a better year for me and my husband, Jim?
It depends on how you want to look at it. There are many lessons to be learned. It is all in how you look at it. Some of these lessons have great meaning behind them, and they're not always going to be the easiest, but it will open up your perspective, as all things do when life doesn't go exactly as you like it. Many lessons are there to be learned. But I believe that you will have a good year, though. Blessings.
Okay, so that's it for the first chat room. So we're just headed over to the second one.
Yes.
So the first one is from Freddie Coolit. When I was focusing on receiving mental messages, I saw the portrait of the black guy dressed with a brown Jedi robe, and then that of a young white man dressed in white. Was that a parallel life from where and who sent these?
I believe it was a parallel life. You were connecting to the Arcturian energies. It is to let you know there's more going on than just this reality. And it seems like you're being combined with it in a positive way. As for it has great knowledge for you at this time, it seems. But you will figure it out. The meaning of all of that. It has several meanings upon meanings within all of that. Blessings.
Okay, next is Vasco. Do I have any hybrid children? If so, what are their names?
I see 2 reptilian hybrid children, both male. And these are names you can give them. It is not appropriate it is for you to name them because they are part of you. Also, I see 3 Pleiadians, blue Pleiadians that you're connected to. And it's up to you to give them names also. They feel it's more appropriate. One moment. Also to see, this has nothing to do with your hybrid children, but you have a connection with the unicorn collective as they are assisting you at this time. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Vasco. What am I doing in astral?
One moment. Yes, your guides say you're meditating in astral. You are connecting to the Essassani race to bring more peace into the universe. They are peacemakers. Yes, you are. Yes, you are working with them. They are like shamans of the universe. And at this time, you are bringing mental images to the universe as bringing peace. You can say is like a Tibet monk in many ways. It's similar, but much more vast. The knowledge, what you are doing, is much more powerful. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Crystal Eve Snow. How can I make my physical experiences here on Earth similar to my experiences in astral?
By bringing that high vibration into this environment, sharing your love with others, by basically just being you. That is, you are already doing it, I see. So just continue on. If you have knowledge that you wish to share to others, feel free. That is up to you, of course. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Crystal Eve. Are there any messages for me?
Yes, you have not fully forgiven yourself, it seems. I believe you have a child, a son, I believe, that you have not fully forgiven yourself for upset times. It's for you to look into that. It will help. I don't believe sometimes you feel like you're being a mother, but you're not always realizing that some of it seems like you're holding against yourself. You're not fully aware of it, it seems. But forgiveness of situations that were uneasy will give you much relief at this time. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Ra. I feel like the spiritual community can sometimes be very uptight and always so serious about everything.
Yes.
What are some spiritual practices we can explore within ourselves that is funny and lighthearted?
Yes, they take too much of it too seriously. That this is wrong and that is right. And unfortunately, it is no different than the third density energies you see everywhere else. Yes, they feel that they are going to the higher dimensions, but they're taking all that drama with them, unfortunately, as they don't have peace with themselves. As the ego energy of the negative does take over one's mind. Basically, it's just be you, bring happiness. And if you feel like these environments aren't comfortable for you, then find one that will, or create your own. But of course, I do see, unfortunately, much drama. What it's going to be throughout the spiritual communities. They are still learning, and some of them have a great ego, unfortunately. But you put that your high vibration out. That do you want more positive upbeatness? As for comedy, as for joy, you will attract it. It seems like you have to invent it because many have difficulties connecting with that because they're still learning. So it's difficult to be comical and not take things so seriously. Because in a learning process, you want to do it right, but it is best just to live a little, not worry about it. So for you, do what you feel. What is it that keeps your vibration high? And these others, if it does not work with them, which it probably won't, I believe you'll find your place. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Ra. Do I have any messages?
Yes, you're learning more about yourself. And it does, Spirit does say you will have a community when you're ready, one of comedy, of lightheartedness, eventually, when the time is right. In astral, you are interesting. Connecting to the dinosaurs, I see. Not sure how you feel about that, but as it seems like you are exploring other parts of this universe you don't normally connect with, and that is the dinosaur species. And they have many messages for you. One is to just, well, what they say, live a little as you are, but realize even with their great mass, their looks that aren't always correct in your world, that they have, you are connecting to the more positive, more, your understanding spirit is basically what they're saying. As for the upbeatness you're talking about. And they have a lot to connect with you about. I believe in meditation, they'll speak to you. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Debbie M. Any messages for me?
Yes, not worry about the male energies of your past. Some of them are still bothering you, it seems. Yes, connect with God to clear that out. Because some of it is holding on to you that you might not be fully aware of. Connect with God to allow that to release. You also have a very close connection to Mother Mary, and this will help you. Because some of the men you're around, you knew in other lifetimes, and they're doing the same thing they did in other lifetimes. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Debbie. Is the Illuminati losing control over this planet?
Not as much as some would like. They still have quite a hold, as you can see. As your humanity is not ready to let them go. They're not ready to take charge of this planet again, as you can tell. You will be able to see that. As more harmony is brought into your society, your media will be removed. If it will be replaced by a more positive connection, your humanity is not ready. If it was ready for it to let that go, your Illuminati will be gone. Understand, many on your world are holding them here. So they are dislodging to some degree. Many of you that are connecting to aliens, your spirits, do not need your Illuminati anymore. But many on your society still does, as you can tell. I believe you understand. But you can bring assistance, of course. Either way. Blessings.
Okay, next up is symmetry. Any messages from my guides?
Yes, the challenges have been overbearing. Meditation will help, but you don't always receive the answers that you're looking for. Because you need to experience those answers. There are situations you just need to experience. And this experience, seems like there is a shift. Not as soon as you'd like it, though. In a couple of years of a completely new direction. But you are working towards it of what you want. So I don't feel like you're wasting your life or your time, because you are working up to placing your life where you want it to be.
Okay, second question for symmetry. Any messages from the Zetas? It's been a while since I've heard from them.
Yes, they've been working with your energy and not to try to crowd your space, as they've been going through a lot of turbulence recently as to your Earth's ascension, because they're ascending with you, and some of them are not understanding it. Some of them are having difficulties with it. Such as letting go of your reality as it is. As your society moves up to higher density, some are still connected to the old ways and having difficulties letting go of that. So, message to you though, they're assisting your chakras, your heart chakra, releasing a lot of Anunnaki past lives. And they are around you. Always your Zetas. They just don't make themselves known. They will, it seems. They are not permitted, but they will be. There are certain peaks that are allowed to show up. Possibly physically. It's hard to say. At least for a slight glimpse. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Carol McLaughlin. Are there any messages for me?
Yes, your guides say new direction, but possibly as for rearranging the house or changing drapes, possibly, without going into detail. We also see a change in clothing as for a style. They see style change, a slight one. But one, realize the smallest thing is a shift. Just to change one thing, like a button on your shirt or something around those lines. One thing, it seems like, it will change. It will also shift many things along with it. Yes, they just say one thing. One moment. One moment. Also, they say you had many lifetimes around water, which is pretty obvious. This world has a lot of it. And water is not always something you want to be around because of those lifetimes, for good reason. You do see many voyages across your Atlantic and your Pacific and other lifetimes. Distant. It was not exactly the easiest travel. I also say you had a lifetime as a pilgrim. Yes. Yes. So that's another reason why the oceans aren't exactly pleasant memories. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Carol. Are there any messages from my half-sister Patricia, who crossed over 2 days ago?
Yes, she is doing well. She crossed over actually quite fast and quite well, and she's seeing things more clearly, and she wishes you can see from her point of view, because it's wonderful. But do you have many lessons here? And still, it is not that long. It might seem like that, but it won't be that long. You will be reconnecting with her again. Blessings.
Okay, next is Bratty Boy. Is there B12? It's about B12. Is there B12 in fermented food? And should I take B12 supplements?
I believe the B12 supplement is sufficient enough at this time. Green food, green beans have B12 in it. Some might disagree with that, but a supplement would suffice. Yes. Blessings.
Okay. The next question is about flaxseed natural bacterial flora. The species, what they like for food as far as propagation and fermentation.
That is the question.
Yeah, what they like to grow. To be able to grow.
Vegetarian type of growth. Trees, they grow, but I do see a lot of trees around them. Higher dimensional trees, but trees. If I'm even answering that correctly, I'm not sure if I understood the whole question.
That's okay. I'm not sure I understood it either.
But I believe he's speaking of food, but they vegetarian type foods, and I keep seeing trees. Blessings.
Okay. Maybe if they want to redo the question for Thursday in a different way of asking, I might get that. Okay. Next up is Shao. Is there anything that I need to be aware of in the coming work environment?
Yeah, some of the males are kind of egocentric, but I believe they'll be very kind to you, though. But some of them are, I wouldn't say difficult, but they're kind of a little bit too much into themselves. But I would not see that as a negative, meaning it'll take you time to adjust. But other than that, I do not. And some of the females might be a little bit competitive, but that's about it. Blessings.
Okay, second one from Shao. Are there messages from my canine guide and elephant-looking guide?
This new direction will also help you see things more clearly, as you'll start feeling more of the alien vibrations around you, because seeing them assisting you at your job. A lot of fairy energies around you also to keep your spirits high. right now and at work. But yes, you might feel their presence. As for your elfin friend, at your job, they're just assisting you. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Joellen E. What are my connections to the cloning base in the military base in Dulce?
You have an aspect there, I believe, as a clone, but also an assistant. You have a lot of energy. You have a aspect of you there as working with the system. Let's put it that way. It's not necessarily an assistant, but you do have a Nordic energy there. As for clone energy, it is not a clone of you. It is a clone that they created that has your energy around it. That's what I see at this time. There's more, but that's all I have this time. Blessings.
Okay, second one for Joellen. Are there any messages for me?
Yes, your guides are opening you up to your new direction in this year. They show shoes, possibly of purchasing some. You might find a humor from that, but they help you pick out your shoes. And also, it's very easy to connect to your guides. They're trying to get very personal with you in that regard. It'll help you connect with them. As you pick them out, you most likely will feel their vibration. And then most likely you have a lot of jokes around that, your choices. But all in good taste, of course. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Donna Riggs. Can you tell me if UFO activity will be active in my area of the country in the month of February? And if so, which aliens will they be?
Palladian and reptilian at this time, possibly gray, as for being noticed. The grays are there, but they're not seen. Actually, many beings are there, not seen, but definitely Palladian or reptilian. Most likely, if you see anything, most likely it's Palladian. Blessings.
Okay, Donna would also like to know if there are any messages for her tonight from her higher self or anyone.
Yes, your guides are saying to pray a little bit. Prayer does heal. And they say you're not doing it enough. At least to help you heal and help others heal. As sometimes you receive half the message or no message at all. And prayer will help you open up to your guides also. To ask for assistance as for connecting to your guides in a prayer. It will help greatly. Blessings.
Okay, Alex78 asks, should I go back and finish school?
That is always up to you. But it does seem like it will help bring some fulfillment. But it's up to you. It does seem like it would be worthwhile. Yes. But it's always up to you. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Alex. Is IT the field I should study?
Yes. Yes, you will not get bored as if you tried anything else. I think you'll get very bored. I do not believe you will be bored with this. Blessings.
Okay, Gray Joyride asks, any messages for me?
Yes, meditation will open up the worlds you wish to connect with. I see you trying to connect with worlds. You might not be fully aware of it, such as Venus, such as Mars, such as Pluto. I see this energy around you. You might not be fully conscious of it, but these places you are very close to connected with. And if you do a meditation on any of these planets or close by, most likely you will feel an incarnation there. On all of them, I believe so. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Gray Joyride. Who is around me at this moment?
Archangel Michael, a grandmother, not going by her, not mentioning a grandmother energy, a father-like energy, a fire being, a high-density fire being from Venus is around you. Yes, it's a high 7th density being around you at this time. Claudius, he calls himself. If you do a meditation on it, most likely it will make a bit more sense. Blessings.
Okay, my name's Stacy, and I will be the last one for the night.
Greetings.
Just any messages for me right now?
Yes, your connection to Mother Earth is very strong. And yes, you are feeling, understand, you're not, yes, I'm connected to Ivan's energy. You're not seeing the sun. And also you're feeling the effects of Mother Earth also. So it's causing a conflict there. We do see water, meaning to find a place, a pool or some sort of somewhere to swim. Most likely you will feel better by that. That is up to you. Whatever type of water apparatus is around you, nothing wrong with a pool. It will still help. Some sort of swimming will most likely help clear a lot of this out. Blessings.
I actually just thought about those floating meditation chambers.
That's good also.
Okay. What am I up to in astral?
Yes, you're healing many of the Zeta Grays right now. You have a so long connection with them. And that's another thing you might be feeling right now, as they've been through a lot and you're assisting them. Because assisting them releases a lot of the negativity around this planet. So it has been hard on you, it seems. It has been quite intense recently, as some of them are having difficulties connecting to humans, and they're manipulating it and not always realizing they are doing it. You're also connecting to many positive Nordics. As for, I see much Arcturian energies. You go there to the Arcturian energies to relax, to unwind, and to also educate. As you enter the Arcturian energies, you download a great deal. As for healing, but also to remember your mission, to bring that back, because sometimes you forget because of the tests here. Sometimes it's cloudy on what direction you're going in. But a meditation with the Arcturian should assist you opening that up if you need to.
Yeah, the Arcturian Council's been coming up a lot for me lately.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Oh, yes. They are. It is difficult to come into this environment to be super clear, to be very clear. But yes, they are. Some things are all holding back on, but because of the environment here, but a meditation will help open all that up.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, clarity is definitely something I could use some more of. So that's great. Okay, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much, Yeshua.
Yes, anytime. Much love to you all. Many healings to you. Many tests I see, but so much learning. So it's beautiful from our perspective, not always from your perspective, of course, but it is beautiful though. Blessings to you. All right, thank you. Blessings all.